Hello there everybody, Grand Admin here once again. Welcome back to New Eden, welcome back to EVE Online, and welcome to our beautiful new ship that we got at the end of the last episode. For completing all of our wonderful little tutorial-like career missions. Well, now that we have it, I spent some time outfitting it. It's still not quite done because I have to go actually fly places to get it. And I need to actually check something. Oh, right. I've got all sorts of crap all over the place. Forgot about that. Anyway, Mora. This is actually where we're going to be going, but first I need to show this info here. Need 2 tangled. I need 10 tripped. I don't think I have those actually. I've got 1 burned. Okay. So that can come with me. Should have done this off camera, but I just thought about it. So, mark it. I need tangled. I need 2 of them. There's 1 in station. Ah, cool. There's 2 right there. Okay. Typically you have a lot of tripped on you. What do I have? Need 9 burned. Right. I forgot this was the expensive one. 9 of those. For 300,000. Yes, this is the last little thing I'm doing. And then I need 10 tripped. Power circuits. Right. And these were the ones that are even worse. Okay, now that we have utterly decimated our... Alright, so... 10 tripped. 10 burned. And then the 2... Okay. Undock. And here we go! Our pretty new ship. In all of her glory in EVE space. Now, let's before we get going here, get my lasers going. I built most of those, just so you know. And then come over here, go Stargates, Mora, jump. Anyway, also, the fitting on this ship, no, not that, is as such. What I'm working with here are the 3 rigging spots. Hopefully to get down our capacitor here and bring that up. It's such a beautiful little ship, isn't it? And yes, it is a little ship. Okay. Yes, and for the first time I'm actually going to show you this part of it. What is that? Forsaken Hideaway. I love this particular ship. Okay. And right on into the Iscone factory. Okay. Bring our interface back here. These can go down here. And then I believe there's industry here. And indeed there is. One job, 20 minutes. Okay. And throw that over there. You'll notice that I have 3 jobs. I can run 3 jobs at the moment. That's because I have 2 levels of mass production. Now, over here, these are going to go into our fitting slots. This anti-EM barrier is going to help increase our passive EM shield resistance. It's going to go right there. All rigs will be removed or will be destroyed if you remove them from your ship. Keep that in mind. So now we've got decent damage resist across the board. Then, if you take a look up here, the cap recharge is not great. So instead of fitting this with like damage boosters or anything like that, I'm throwing on a discharge illustration 1. It's going to reduce the cap cost of all of these lasers. You'll see that it just dropped us down to 12.7 gigajoules per second negative. We were sitting at, what was it, 18 before? So these 8 lasers actually take up a significant portion of our cap. Okay. Now, it does this with... This is a significant increase to our signature radius. This is at cost to our power grid. Okay. And what I'm building here I did grab the right one, right? Should have. Boop, boop. Oh, I didn't grab the correct one. Yeah. This is the one I actually wanted. Whoops. Oh well. No, we'll be able to sell that one later. For almost for about $1.5 million, so we're going to recoup quite a bit off that. So this is our ship, and we're going to go find ourselves a nice little niche. This is where we're going to bring up our map. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find that dead space report here. Agent site report. No, that's not what I wanted. Dead space report? Rogue cloning facility. Yeah, okay. Well, easiest way here, let's just undock. We're in 0.9 space, so we're probably going to see only like level 1s, level 2s at most. Up here, in this high of security. We're also in a heavy mining system, as evidenced by the fact that we got retrievers and orcas here in the overview. Just kind of scan around here. There's this Blood Raider Forsaken Hideaway. Now, I want to show you guys. So I'm going to align to. Chances are we're going to be leaving the system. Okay. So warp to within 50 kilometers. The Amar Empire has had its share of religious cults and fanatics in the past, but few have been successful or as highly feared as the Blood Raiders. Blood Raiders are a sect of ancient cult called Sinai Sibic, whose blood is in their rituals. Blood Raiders believe that clone bodies have purer blood than other bodies. And are we actually alone here? It looks like it. So you'll notice right off the bat we have a much larger your scan now. We're going to see if we can take this punishment. We show all the info here. This is another way. I mean, that's a destroyer, frigate hull, destroyer hull. Okay. We've got to be within 15k. Nice thing about lasers is if you can get them. Also, one other thing. Look here, we should be. Yeah, we can target up to six, but I think I've only got. So I think I can target all 4 of you. Yes, I can. So our primary damage needs to go to these clerics. And we're also in combat, so let's bring our vulnerability shields up here. Fire 2 at you. And I'm going to orbit on you, and I'm going to fire my 3rd set at him. Notice shields go down really quick. You and you. At this point, oh, whoa, wrong button. Now these guys should continue to. At the cost of my cap, I'm slowly tanking these guys down. Okay. Gonna fire at you. Notice how I'm not firing with all my lasers. Okay. We're just going to tank a bit of this damage here. This is one of those things where you actually do have to kind of pay attention to what you're doing. Activate tanks and such. If we get into structure here, I'm actually going to go ahead and warp out now. Because I can't tank that. And there we go. Awesome. So we're going to get a little bit of bounty payment from that. I'm going to have to repair a bit. Oh well. We're able to tank quite a bit. I'm actually fairly happy with it. But no, our cap is really horrible. So we'll get a little bit of but this is how much it can cost. I mean, I'm repairing a lot of my HP. Okay. Overall, it doesn't cost much, but it costs enough. So that's that. I don't generally like going into those. Normally, that's more of a. Generally, run those with more of a battle cruiser or a battleship rather than a destroyer. But that was just to show you guys what that was like. I'm going to go ahead and undock again, and this time we're actually going to jump to another system. Let's go to Proliferate. And we'll see what sorts of sites are over there. Don't want to go here, as that is a newbie system, and well, technically we are still considered newbies here with only 450,000 skill points. It's still 450,000 skill points. It's a lot more than newbies have. So, keep things fair. In fact, it's in the EULA that you can't really do anything to people within newbie, so-called newbie systems. So, like, that's the, like, Kano Ban is considered a newbie system. So here we just kind of wait for our scan to make a sweep of the area. I see 3 spots. Okay. So, the easiest way to view these is to bring it up here and show anomalies. Blood refuge. Which one are you? God damn. Okay. So, blood refuge. Again, activate the damage control. I probably would have tanked that a little bit better if I had thrown my invulnerability field on a little bit sooner. That star is really frickin' bright. What are we going? Okay, we're going to a drone cluster. These can be a little bit interesting sometimes. We're in 0.8 space. Let's see here. What are you? Okay. Well, let's orbit on you. Don't really want to waste the cap, but I'm going to anyway. Notice that because we're in a destroyer hull, our speed here is much, much slower than it was. We are capping out at just over what our frigate was doing without the afterburner. Okay. Once we're within 30, I'm going to shut you off so we're preserving cap. I can now lock on my target. Yep. If you want to see how much we're going to make off of them, just look right here at the bounty. 4,875 ISK. Okay. And then once they're within range, keeping in mind that our range is actually quite far out there. Okay. I'm gonna activate 2 of them. 2 of my banks of 3. And if we had a salvage ship, we would come in, and after we were done here, we'd save this location. Come in with a salvager and mop up all of these wrecks. But I don't have a salvaging vessel on me, or a true salvager on me right now. So we're just going to do this for the money, really. Now, 3 targets. I'm going to just go. Now these are a different one. They're 4,500 escapees. As you can see, they're awesome. Okay. There's one of them. There's another. The one with 2 is going to take a little bit longer. Orbit you at that. Okay. Shatter Elvier is 11,000 ISK. And we're going to bring to bear 2 of our banks two of these banks here. Notice how all my guns are trained on them. And at the same time, I'm just going to press F1 and F2, which is here and here. Notice how my cap is actually keeping up here. We'll roll over. Okay. Let's grab a nice little screenshot there. Notice he's hitting us a little bit. Not too bad. Big thing is that drones and stuff that, or anything that's using lasers against you, is going to do a lot more damage. That's why I wanted that rig that increased our active, our passive EM tank here, or EM resist. Okay, so you're going to net us 7,500, and you're going to net us how much? 7850, 75. Okay. You're going to get those two, the first and the third, and you're going to get the middle. So that's 3 guns on him, 5 guns on him. Always know where your DPS is located. And you can see that this is actually a very nice small little. Always pay attention here. This is your log. This is how much you're hitting for. Okay. Now I'm switching primary over to him, so we now have 6 guns on total here. On bigger ships, we would be actually sitting in range with this. So keep that in mind. You would have some ships you're going to have to increase your the range at which you in which you can lock targets. Now they seem to like to close to about 7,500, so we're going to keep it at about 7,500. Yeah. Very quick, very simple. Typically these drone fights are a little bit more drawn out because there's just a shit ton of them. Okay. Drone fights do take a while, and it allows me to give me a chance to show off this ship. Hey, guess what? We're finally done with it. Okay. Oh, there you go. I'm going to just kind of sit here for a moment. I could have thrown on my invulnerability field, but didn't really want to. Now, since I don't plan on coming back here, and none of these are have loot in them, I'm going to do this. Anyone can now salvage those wrecks. Okay. Blood refuge, blood refuge. Within 50 here. These are typically easier to go through. if you know what you're doing with the destroyer. Yeah, I'd go frigate. Definitely don't try anything. But with a destroyer, you can. There's a couple of towers here. Light missile battery, Herald, Upholder, and Herald. You can see that sentry towers are going to be able to hit you. I'm going to go back to Mora. Yeah. So I don't even know what they're hitting me with. So I'm going to go back to Mora. We're going to go. Should have. Yep, that job's ready. I can't deliver until I'm in system. But that is that. Let me check on my time here. I've got 3 minutes left in the video. So yeah, this is our reward for a job well done. I'm going to go dock, and then the end of this video is going to be us going over to Konoban, and next time it's going to be the intro into the sandbox. This is going to cover pretty much the most basic of the information you need to know, including terminology that you're going to want to know. That way you can just understand people in local and in comms, and you actually have an idea about what other people are talking about and what's going on. Okay? So, now that we're here in station, we just got our bounty payout. 60,750 from those two diviners, the Friar and the Cleric that we killed before pretty much getting volleyed off the field. As you can see, I was doing some purchasing. Not a lot, really, but enough. These small little charges here, industry facility, or facility taxes. This is this here, yeah. That's where we made some money there. Other than that, everything's here is red, but that will soon be turning red as we're going to start selling a lot of stuff. Okay. No orders active at the moment. That's going to change because I'm going to come up here. I'm going to go deliver. Okay. This thing is worth 700 some. And this is going to come with me because I don't want to stop back here. We're just going to undock, head back to Konoban, which we're only going to be calling home for another episode, maybe 2. It depends on how fast I want to talk. And probably not going to talk that much. Or rather, I'm going to talk a lot, but it's probably not going to be too fast. That way you guys can understand things, but I'm going to be talking a lot. The first half of the video is going to be a lot about just welcome to the sandbox. And then going on from what this series is going to become. I've mentioned it before, is that this series initially is going to be a very heavy mining and industrial guide, tutorial, whatever you want to call it. How to play on the market and actually truly make money in EVE. After that, I'll take you over to my main, and you get to see what I'm training all of my all those skills I've been training, which seem to have no rhyme or reason to it. They all have a rhyme. They all have a reason. There's a method to my madness, and I'll explain all of that. and it's a, I'll just tell you now, it is a it's a tanky procurer fit that I like to use. Mainly because it's not too okay, hold on, let me just while I do this. Okay. Sometimes you have to hate Eve. There we go. Can actually read that now. Sometimes you have to absolutely hate Eve, as it just does not. That I'm going to sell for 1.1 million. And yeah. So next time, it's going to be less missiony and more talky. I'll probably be running some like exploration stuff or stuff while I talk. It's not going to require too much of my concentration. I might just be mining while I talk. So, till next time, I'm Grand Admi. This has been EVE Online. I'll see you guys all next time. Take care.